You don't want zero problems, big fella. Yeah. If one more label try to stop me, it's gonna be some dread. See a lot of beef. You don't wanna burn with me. You don't wanna burn with me. Just another day at the break apart of me. If I try to go to sleep, you don't wanna burn with me. You don't wanna burn with me. Just another day at the break apart of me. Yeah. What's happening, everybody? Coaching Beyond with Coach Sagasi, coaching with It Works. We live and raw, man. All right, so what is it, man? What is it? What is it about today? I'm going to go ahead and give you the proper because I wasn't here yesterday, man. As I explained to you and as I expressed my deepest apologies for those that are on Periscope, YouTube Live, Facebook, Instagram. So I'm going to go ahead and give it to you like this, man, real fast before we go ahead and begin. I hope that you're having a blessed and wonderful morning. And it was a real exciting weekend for me. And it's still not over. So I get to finish tonight off strong. You feel me? So I got in last night, man. Actually, we say this morning, but whatever. I'll go ahead and share my son's gift. Son, can you bring me your gift? Can you bring me just one of your gifts, please? Just one of your gifts. Gotta share because I think it's so cool to share and expose something so cool, so enlightening. So I got my son the Jays. Okay. Had to make a real quick stop, and it was his birthday yesterday, so I had to get a beeline at home and make sure my man woke up to something exciting for himself. So that was it right there. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the word, man, as today is October 2nd, 2016. How many more months? 2 more months of the new year, man. 2 more months. And so I ask you, how much time are you still putting into your grind, man? How much time, or are you still talking about it? That's the real evidence, man. And that's the real truth right now. Are you still talking about what you want to do in life, or are you actually putting work in and you're being about it each and every morning? So I'm gonna give you the proverb of the day, man. This is so cool, man. And Proverbs born. Now I know it's the seconds, man, but you didn't get fed the word yesterday. So here's Proverb 1: to give subtitle to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion. A wise man will hear and will increase learning. A man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsel. Woo! That is hot in itself, man. That's truly hot. But hold up, I'm not done yet because I told you it's October 2nd, so I'm going to give it to you, man. October 2nd, the proverb of today is in verse 2 all the way to verse 4. Listen closely, okay? It says, so that thou incline thine ear unto wisdom and applying thy heart to understanding. Yea, if thou criest after knowledge and liftest up thy voice for understanding, if thou seekest her as silver and searchest her as hidden treasure. Boom. What did I write down what did I write down? I wrote down, if it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. If it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. Okay? And then in Matthew 7:7 it says, ask, seek, and knock for the opportunities, man. Right now, you got the opportunity to continue to grind. You got the most exciting time in life right now. If you woke up on October 2nd and you see the sun shining, then you got an opportunity to keep on grinding. And don't just talk. Talk can get you absolutely nowhere. As I expressed this a few months back and just last week, I said, when you don't apply action to your vision, to your goal, it's merely a dream. You know what I'm saying? We all got dreams, man. But I'm applying my action. This weekend, I applied my action for my goal this season for my girls. I want my girls I want them to just be hot. I want this year to be, just exciting. You know what I'm saying? And it's definitely got to bring some kind of charisma. I got to bring more to it. And that's exactly what I wanted for my coach to come with me, where he can collaborate with the mind and listen. And we got to go kick it with Coach Russell Turner over at Irvine College. I appreciate him so much for allowing us to be in the house and to represent and just to sit down and just watch practice. And I recorded a lot of different things. I put them on Facebook because it was a great time, man. That's what it's about. I was putting action. I was applying the action. My coach was with me. He was applying the action. You know what I'm saying? Because we want great things for our girls. We don't want to be stagnant. Can't be stagnant, baby. Don't want no problems. You definitely don't want no problems. How do you get in life? How do you take that? You know what I'm saying? How do you absolutely continue to just be content? And believe me when I tell you about the contentment of life, because we've seen it this weekend. You could ask my man Neil, my coach, my man Neil Show will attest to this. But there was a lot of people we seen this weekend, man. Been around some people, and we just observed it, just engulfed in problem. And I mean it, from attitude, from behavior, from walk, from speech. I mean, it was crazy, man. I mean, when I go up to somebody and I come in with a smile, not just a smile on my face, but a smile in my heart, a smile in my eyes, a smile in my speech, and you come off negative, I'm still going to approach you with that same positive nature. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? And I seen that this week, man. So when I tell you, when I give you the word, when I tell you the proverb of the day, I expect you to apply it to your life, man, because there's so much truth to that. Applying that ear, man. I told you before, I got one good ear. That's it. I'm literally legally deaf in my left ear. I can't hear everything. And when people come to me on my left side and they try to spin, they think I'm being rude, I'm being obnoxious, I'm just being a degenerate, but I'm not, man. Why don't you come over to the other side, come over to the right side and speak on the right side, and we can get on the right track. You feel me? So I read it to you, man, because I think it's so good. And one verse, man, you see it in Proverbs 2, verse 4, it says, if thou seekest her as silver and searchest her as hidden treasure. That's the knowledge, man. That's the information. As I was explaining to my man Neil this weekend, as we were coming back from California back to the desert, to AZ, I was telling him, man, information is where it's at. And there's a lot of people going through life, they have no idea, no clue. I told him one day, man, I said, we were talking about the bookstore that was in our town that closed down. I said, can you imagine? The information is gone. The people have nothing now. They have nothing in this town now. Of course, me, I get it. I get everything. I get everything off of Amazon or I download them off of a PDF or whatever. But the reality is, man, we have so many things to be thankful for, and when it comes to the novelists and the authors that have put so much information and so much passion and so much sacrifice in, we forget it. We drop it off the face of the earth. And I think it's just amazing, man. It truly is, man. When you find wisdom in life, when you find knowledge in your life and you apply it to your life, and how much you can share with others, man, that's true passion. That's true love. One of the things I took away from this weekend seminar was that passion, man. You have obsession. Do you have obsession and passion for what you're doing in life? Because there's so many people that have no passion, they have no heart. And literally, man, I got the opportunity to sit down with a young man, from Arizona. He's a bartender, he's a teacher, and he's working 2 jobs, just grinding. And I got to, I accidentally tripped into his conversation with some other people, and I had to interrupt and interject into his conversation. And we got a strong dialect, and in the process, I shared my video last night as we got to meet some people that were able to collaborate and share this harmonization with each other there at the bar, eating, that they knew some people from our town and they were related to some of the people that that actually I've coached. So it was a wonderful time. But the reality, man, is there was just so many things this weekend, but sitting down and listening to conversations, man, like I told my man Neil, I said, one of the biggest steps in life at being great is be a listener. One of the things I've learned is not so much the speaking ability, because believe me, there's a lot of people out there that got doctor's degrees in how to speak. They got master's degrees on how to speak. They're just intelligently got the certificates of excellence, achievements of excellence. But a lot of them are missing something, man. They're missing heart. Ooh, that's deep. They're missing heart. They're not applying the information that they learn and engulfing it in an obsessive way and putting passion behind it. You know what I'm saying? And so I wanted to go ahead and give you my C's, man. My C's, because I woke up this morning after having a conversation, a long dialectic conversation, 3 hours on the road, 3 hours on the road, okay? From all the way from California, we was driving back. We had a strong conversation. We had a dialogue. We were engulfed in the conversation. And a lot of it was, talking about business, talking about the Uber, taking over and this other, what was it called, Lyft, and this brand new, I guess, area of fundraising for our girls and for my school. We got a brand new idea. So we're going to bring it to the table and let them decide on it. But, with grace, everything will take place. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to go ahead and give you my C's, man, before I get out of here, man, because I think it's really important. And yeah, I'm a freak. I'm a weirdo, man. Like I said, man, I write everything down and then I place them into different books as markers and stuff like that. And I could always come back to them. Just weird like that. Some people put them on PDF. Some people put them on, on their computers and stuff like that. But for me, I write them down. It helps me to inherit those things and to always learn these things. Okay, so I'm gonna give you my 7 C's, man. These are mine. You can take them if you want them. It's totally up to you. What we need is a clear conception of what we desire, a vivid vision and goal for what we're thinking about and what we want in life. Okay, so that's number 1. And like I told my man Neil yesterday as we were driving, I said one of the things that replaced some of the greats in their mind was the imaginative style that they did to be great. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. Henry Ford used to take time out of his day, take a time out, and just sit in a dark room and just imagine things, just collaborate, just harmonize. And so I was showing that I started spitting out a bunch of different names of people that do that. All right. So number 2, we need a strong confidence that we could attain these goals. So one of the things that I look at in life, man, for me only, is always having a goal, man, each and every day. Like I started writing down my goals. In fact, they're in my backpack somewhere. But I wrote down my goals that I want for my girls this year. I got some strong goals. I got some valid goals for them to achieve this year. It's important. They got to have something, man, because a lot of kids, man, they go throughout life. I mean, like I said, I was listening to the bartender last night, man, and he just told me, man, you got 45 kids in a room, And he says, I just live to go in and get done. And if I could touch one, then I'm good. And I said, man, that's just crazy. I was blown away, like 45 kids in a room. And you pouring your passion, your love into this. You went to college and you pouring your passion into this. He's very confident in what he's doing. And if he can say it confidently, I just got to reach one. That's amazing, man. That's just amazing. Okay. All right. Number 3, we need to attain that courage, man. One thing I picked up from Coach yesterday as we were at the practice is that courage that I've seen in a lot of players, man. Just beasting, just coming up, chest up, boom, just bumping off big dudes. I mean, he came up to this young man. This guy was only like maybe 5'11", maybe 6 foot, but 5'10", 5'11", just came up beasting on this dude that was like 6'8", just beasting on him, just chest up, all up on him, yelling in his ear, blah, 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 blah. I mean, courage, man, courage, confidence. You know what I'm saying? And all right, so number 4, we need to stay consistent. With whatever you're doing in life, be consistent. Okay, as I told you, man, my 7 C's, consistency is a huge one, man. You know what I'm saying? And as I told my man Neil yesterday, I was like, we just got to be consistent with whatever we do. When we bring practice, we consistent. If a girl messes up, you gone. You know what I'm saying? You gone. We learned. Coach gave us a new tool we're going to implement this year. It's called a pussycat. And you're like, wait a minute, Coach, that's a little provocative. No, pussycat is actually just like the coach said. As you get a 2x4, you wrap it up in this industrial carpet, and it's like the kittens, they always claw and they always. So you got pussycat out of it, So that's what he was thinking. So I'm gonna take that from him. That was one of the things I said I'm definitely gonna take and use for my kids. But it's a disciplinary tool. You don't hit them with it; they have to use it. They have to clean the floor with it. You know what I'm saying? So they do it. It's almost like doing bear crawls for football players. But they got to push this thing across the floor. All right, so consistency, man. Pursuing our vision with diligence and applying action to it. As I told you, man, you cannot have vision. There's absolutely nothing you could attain if you're not applying if you're not applying action to it. So that's one of the things that I love seeing, man. All right. So next one, number five. Number five, we need excellent character. Ooh. When I walked into the room for leadership with my man Neil on my right side, we walked into leadership with the young, with the young Marine, and as he displayed the 14 traits of good character or leadership within the Marines, I was like, man, that's deep, And I started like categorizing each one of them like that I could put into my life or that I already have in my life. And as I shared with you this weekend was tact. That was the biggest thing that I definitely got to memorize and I definitely got to employ into my life and use each and every single day. All right. So have a great character, man, and stay grounded on that character. Don't deviate and don't be like the choo-choo train that always continues to derail off the track. You feel me? Stay grounded. Stay grounded. All right, number 6, man. Number 6 is compassion. Have compassion with whatever you're doing, man. Have compassion, okay? That sense of sympathy for others. You know what I'm saying? Like me and my man, as I pointed out on the way or we were there eating. But I said one of the things that I want to do, and my assistant coach wants to do, and I haven't yet collaborated with the other coach, but she's up and coming. But as we want to take our 8th grade girls and we want to take them to Vegas. Now, my mission. My desire was to actually get into the Veterans Hospital, but they shut me down, and that's cool. I understand. I don't get me wrong. That's a little bit of adversity, but there's a seed of opportunity. So the opportunity is to either attain the more warm welcome at the Children's Hospital, or to help out with the Salvation Army and feeding the homeless and giving them a book there on Skid Row. So, I mean, there's some things that I want to do, man, that I really have passion. Why? Because it's that passion, that compassion that we have for others. One of the things that I shared with Coach Neil last night is you got to be a blessing to get a blessing. And that's true in life. You know what I'm saying? All right. And my last one, man, number seven, we need not to let conformity into our life. Okay. Conformity. Can you see that? Conformity. Where is it at? Conformity, right there. Conformity. See that? Conformity. See that? Conformity. No conformity. Don't conform to what everybody's doing. Yeah, I'm going to show you something, man. Everybody knows what this is, right? The first generation, 2007, this phone came out. Okay, and I still have it. And I don't know why I still have it, but I still have it. The first generation of the iPhone. And I look back today, man, and I'm just engulfed by it, because I think about how far we're coming, you know what I'm saying, as a society, and where we're going, you know what I'm saying, and I think about how lonely this world, this world is becoming, and the kids are becoming by this tool, man, this magnetism, this magnet, and so when I talk about that conformity, man, don't be conformed to what you see all the time. It's like the Bible says, that faith is the thing unseen, and I think that's so great, man, that there's so many things to be thankful for. But when I look at the technology, and literally, like my man Neil will attest to this, but literally when we walked into a restaurant, man, what's the first thing we seen? People were like doing this. No, there was no conversation. There was very little conversation, except when it came from the bar or those that were watching the game. But for the most part, man, everybody was doing this. And I was just blown away, like, wow, and me and my man Neil, what I mean, we had our phones in our pocket, and the only time we picked it up when we were in conversation, or when we weren't in conversation, if somebody, we were eating, or if like somebody was talking to us, or we were looking at the schedule for the next hour, the next 2 hours. I'm believe me, don't take this out of context, because I'm not being arrogant, or I'm not being a man of egotistic behavior, but just understand that, what, this is a tool, man. Don't let it consume your life. One of the things that I definitely took away from one of the coaches from Big Eastern Washington was he's real adamant when he says, no phones, no technology. Your time right now is being diligently putting it on the court, putting it on 120. You know what I mean? I threw in the 120. He said 100, but I'm gonna throw in the 120 because I want my girls this year, this season, to give 120. I want my coaches to give 120. Why? Because I'm gonna put out 120. So I definitely wanted to give you the C's, man. Don't conform to. That's one of the biggest ones, man. Is don't conform yourself mentally, physically, or spiritually to what is happening around, man. Don't give into it, okay? And definitely don't talk about it. Be about it. You feel me? Man, I'm out. Hope you have a wonderful and blessed day, man. If one more level try to stop me, it's gonna be some dread. Real quick, man. Definitely thank you, Uncle Cardone. Thank you, Philip Woods. Thank you, Pat, for being consistent. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Periscope. Mad love for getting those kinks out. I appreciate it. Tell me what the riches in there. Tell me what we need.